That was a knockdown, without a doubt. You can't spin it no other way. It's too clear. And I think the commission needs to do something about it because it can give me an incentive, anytime I'm not feeling good in a fight, take a knee.
Baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown.
I'm not going to say honest because I don't know if honesty had something to do with it. I don't know. But definitely we need better refs that assure themselves, knowing how to make a decision, know they're making the right decision.
That was a knockdown, without a doubt. You can't spin it any other way. And I think the commission needs to take action because it can give me an incentive. Anytime I'm feeling bad during a fight, I take a knee and it's not a knockdown. Look, he wasn't hurt, so there's no question about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down while punches are being thrown, it must be a knockdown. I won't say honest, though, because I'm not sure if honesty had anything to do with it. On March 1st, the Barclays Center in Brooklyn hosted a fight that left the boxing world buzzing about how John Davis cheated against Lamont Roach.
Did Gervonta Davis take a knee, and should he have been deducted a point and in the end lost that fight to Roach, in your opinion?
Yeah, in my opinion, if it was a draw, he take a knee. And plus the corner go up and put a towel in the face, that's a disqualification for sure. I'm talking about the rules, but it's not my business.
One moment in the ninth round became a focus of endless debate, and Davis abruptly took a knockout after a seemingly harmless jab grazed his face. According to standard boxing rules, this move should have resulted in a full count and a knockdown, but the referee allowed the action to continue, leaving the scores tantalizingly close and the final outcome a majority draw.
And that's not a shot at Tank. I respect Tank and I like Tank a lot, but you can't do that.
They reversed the result of your fight.
Yeah.
Should they reverse the result of that fight as well?
Just depends. Like if that changes the whole fight, if that gives Roach a victory, give him the victory. That's how you keep the integrity of the sport, right? That's why they suspended me, right, to keep the integrity of the sport. So I feel like if you're going to do it to me, you got to do it to everybody.
In your opinion, did Gervonta Davis take a knee and should have been docked a point if it was a draw? Then he took a knee and the referee went up and threw a towel in his face, which is definitely a disqualification. I'm talking about the rules, but it's none of my business. In the days after the fight, questions about the referee's decision and the fighter's actions during that crucial moment have continued. And new leak footage is fueling an even more explosive claim that Davis may have purposefully manipulated events in the ring to obtain an unfair advantage. They said, "That's not a shot at T. I respect T and I like T a lot, but you can't do that. They reverse the result of your fight." Yes, should they reverse the result of that fight as well? It just depends, like if that changes the whole fight. If that gives a Roach a victory, give him the victory. That's how you keep the integrity of sport right, which is why they suspended me. According to newly surfaced footage purportedly taken from an undisclosed source within the broadcast team, Davis's body language and the timing of his knee drop appear to have been practiced. In the same clip, a member of Davis's corner moves in unusually close, as if ready to intervene, while cornermen routinely help wipe sweat or adjust a glove love between rounds. These pivotal moments of contentious ninth round, seen from an angle not previously seen by the public, point to several unusual elements in Davis's behavior. The footage seems to show Davis pausing immediately after the jab, almost as if he had pre-planned the maneuver rather than reacting instinctively to the contact. In this case, the timing and closeness have drawn criticism. According to some analysts, Davis's response, a fast slump to one knee followed by a quick retreat into his corner, is similar to strategies used to buy time or break an opponent's rhythm. This is different from the instinctive reaction usually observed when a fighter is truly injured. These visual clues have caused some fans and commentators to claim that what might have seemed like an unfortunate accident at first, a slip brought on by perspiration, or oil in the eyes, might have been a planned move to counteract Roach's momentum and reaction to the mounting barrage of accusations. In a number of press appearances and social media posts, Davis and his staff have been eager to deny the allegations. Davis said that his actions were completely within the rules, and that the only reason for his abrupt knee drop,
knowing how to make a decision, know they're making the right decision, emboldened to make that decision. I think that I don't know that he would have let Roach get away with that. He let Tank Davis get away with. Why? Tank Davis is a star. You know, I think he set a record for the most fans ever in Barclays Stadium. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I believe they hit a new attendance and maybe a gate record. They've done concerts there, they've done fights there, basketball games there.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was the record for the gate for a fight for sure. I think the Rolling Stones might be the only one that beat them at the Barclays, but either way, they did huge numbers.
Was a brief loss of vision brought on by the oil from his freshly styled hair. Many fans had already expressed doubt about this assertion the night of the fight. Additionally, Davis's C highlighted that out-of-context leaked footage is frequently deceptive and that the fight's overall context is far more nuanced than a few seconds of video may portray, adding still another level of dispute. Referee Steve Willis has drawn a lot of criticism for failing to record the knee as a knockdown, but Davis's camp contends that Willis made a decision in a unique situation. Critics argue that a story of collaboration is created by the referee's delay and Davis's apparent deliberate movement in the video. Knowing how to make a decision and knowing that they're making the right one, I believe that Bolden made that choice. I don't know if he would have allowed Roach to get away with that, but I think Tank Davis set a record for the most fans ever at Barclays Stadium. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think they hit a new attendance and possibly a gate record. They performed there, fought there, and played basketball there. The next time I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the reality is can the state call for an immediate rematch? I don't believe they can, the commission. It's really up to the governing body. I mean, the commission can overturn a decision or rule on a decision, but can they order a rematch? That really has to come from the governing body, the WBA, to say, if you want to remain lightweight world champion. But everything I'm hearing is the rematch is going to happen anyway. Like, I think it's pretty much done.
Talk to us about the star power in this May 2nd card.
Yeah, I mean, you've got three of the hottest young fighters in terms of that, that social media presence.
It was the record for the gate for a fight. If the leaked tape turns out to show intentional cheating, the lack of an immediate official review made worse by technical difficulties with the instant replay system during the fight has further increased suspicions. The consequences might be serious. John Davis, whose record has thus far been almost flawless, may be subject to punishment from boxing authorities in addition to a damaged reputation. Beyond Davis's own career, the incident casts a harsh light on the current state of professional boxing, a sport where split-second decisions are crucial, and there are already rumors that the WBA or the New York State Athletic Commission may reopen an investigation into the fight's events. If regulators discover evidence of deliberate rule violation, it may lead to calls for more stringent oversight and thorough scrutiny.
I've heard some people saying, that he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner. I don't buy that, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that's a warning, but it's a bit of a bizarre situation for me. Like, there was a lot of people in boxing that were saying that this is a really tough fight. Like, Lamont Roach is a serious fighter. I said it might not be the biggest profile fight, but it's actually quite a tough fight. And Shakur said to me, like, even the day before, I'm telling you, he's going to have big trouble tomorrow night. And I just feel like hopefully this could be the little something that gives Gervonta a little wake-up call to take him back to the mindset of maybe where he was.
Ambiguous regulations and the possibility of wrongdoing can turn a surge into controversy, mechanisms to maintain the sport's integrity. Yes, I'm not sure, but can you understand the truth? Can the state demand a rematch right away? I don't think the commission can overrule a decision or rule on a decision, but can they order a rematch? The WBA, the governing body, must say if you want to stay the lightweight world champion. But from what I've heard, the rematch will happen anyhow. I think he's pretty much finished, and he's talked to us about the star power in his May 2nd car. Yeah, you know that you have three of the sexiest young fighters in terms of that social media presence. This recent scandal has created a debate among fans and experts alike about the need for increased transparency in boxing leak film. Like this, though potentially taken out of context, shows the flaws in present review processes. It may be necessary for boxing commissions to implement new procedures and technology in order to guarantee that every contentious situation is immediately reviewed objectively. While the leaked tape has undoubtedly fueled an already raging fire, some fans have already taken to social media to demand that the governing organizations reveal full battle footage and offer a thorough explanation of the referee's actions. It's crucial to keep in mind that accusations by themselves do not amount to conclusive evidence. While the angles and images in the video raise key issues, they only provide a portion of the events that took place that evening. I've heard some people saying, oh, that he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner.
He's a star. He brings people. He's got a big fan base. He brings good pay-per-view numbers. I don't know what the numbers are in this, but, he's one of the guys that bring good pay-per-view numbers. I think all of that, he brings that with him. When a referee allows him to take a knee, which is not a rule in boxing, and get away with it, and not make it a 10-8 round. That should have been a 10-8 round. He got hit with a jab just before that. I'm not trying to go after Tank Davis. People already know. Some people say I defend him too much, that I'm saying how great he is. And he is. He's a tremendous, complete fighter. Puncher, fighter, inside, outside. He's patient. He's responsible defensively.
I don't buy that, to be honest with you. I think that a warning, but it's a bit of a bizarre situation for me. Like, there was a lot of people in boxing that were saying that this is a really tough fight, like Lamont Roach is a serious fight. I mentioned that although it may not be the most well-known fight, it's actually a difficult one. And Shakur told me that even the day before, he would be in serious trouble tomorrow night. I just felt that perhaps this would be the small thing that would wake Gervonta up and help him return to his previous state of mind. Boxing is still a nuanced sport where strategies that conflate cunning planning with outright cheating are widespread. As the inquiry progresses and additional information becomes available, officials and fans will be searching for while the dispute continues. There's unambiguous evidence that either supports or contradicts the allegations made against Davis. The incident has surely left an enduring impression on his career, serving as a powerful reminder that in the high-stakes world of boxing, every move, even one that lasts only a few seconds, can have monumental consequences. He is accused by some taking advantage of a rule loophole, but his camp adamantly denies any wrongdoing. 114,114,115,113 Gervonta Davis successfully defended his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach, but one moment overshadowed the fight and sparked intense debate throughout the boxing world. The contentious non-knockout call seconds into the 9th round, when Roach pressed forward aggressively. The judges' scorecards showed the fight's razor-thin margins. A quick 1W combo and a crisp right hook are landed. Fans and commentators were left wondering what just happened as Davis paused when a referee, Steve Willis, and then willingly took a knee. However, rather than receiving a typical knockdown decision, Davis immediately ran toward the ropes, apparently looking for a towel to wipe his face.